We didn't mean to interrupt. We were just looking for somewhere warm to...
To contemplate your imminent death, you've come to the right place.
Figured I could wait to die freezing my balls off. Or wait to die nice and warm in here.
I killed the giant when I was 10. Then I climbed right into bed with his wife. When she woke up, you know what she did? Suckled me at her teat for 3 months. Thought I was a baby. That's how I got so strong.
What'd you say to that?
Maybe I will have that drink.
Oh, brilliant.
You joined the Brotherhood. You went beyond the wall with John. You're here now. Why? When was the last time you fought for anyone but yourself?
I fought for you, didn't I?
Good point.
As well, we had a bloody wedding. My lady, was he on your list?
For a little while.
Where are you going?
I'm not spending my final hours with you two miserable old shits. That for me? This'll work. What did the Red Woman want with you?
She wanted my blood. Some kind of spell.
Why your blood?
I'm Robert Baratheon's bastard. I didn't know until she told me.
Were you with other girls? Before that in King's Landing? Or after?
Ah, yeah.
We're probably going to die soon. I ought to know what it's like before that happens.
Oh my god. Got 10 layers of clothes to get off. I'm a bit uncomfortable seeing eye like that. It's weird. This is so weird. Seeing these people together.
I think we might live.
I do. Pardon me, Lady Brienne.
She's not a sir. You're not the knight.
Women can't be knights.
Why not?
Tradition.
Fuck tradition.
A knight can make another knight. Kneel, Lady Brienne. Kneel.
Oh, go on, go on. Yes!
In the name of the warrior, I charge you to be brave. In the name of the father, I charge you to be just. In the name of the mother, I charge you to defend the innocent. Arise, Brienne of Tarth, a knight of the Seven Kingdoms.
Ah, it's about Brienne, not Jamie.
Sir Brienne of Tarth!
Ah, that was brilliant.
You'll be safer in the crypt these days.
Of course, Lawrence.
Hide underground. I pledge to fight for the North, and I will fight. We're done here.
She don't mess around, does she?
It's called Heartsbane. It's my family sword.
You still have a family?
Yes, and I'd love to defend them with it, but I can't really hold it upright. I'd be honoured if you take it.
Oh, oh man.
I'll see you when it's through.
Do you know, I'm dreading who's going to die in this battle. Oh, this is horrible. This is so... Just don't know who's going to see each other ever again. Oh God. I'd hope she takes it better than I think she's going to.
Who's that?
Lyanna Stark.
My brother Rhaegar. Everyone told me he was decent and kind. He liked to sing. Gave money to poor children. And he raped her.
He didn't. He loved her. They were married in secret. After Rhaegar fell on the Trident, she had a son. Robert would have murdered the baby if he ever found out, and Lyanna knew it. So the last thing she did, as she bled to death on her birthing bed, was give the boy to her brother, Ned Stark, to raise as his bastard. My name, my real name, is Aegon Targaryen.
Oh.
It's impossible.
I wish it were.
Who told you this?
Bran, he saw it.
He saw it?
And Samwell confirmed it. He read about their marriage at the Citadel without even knowing what it meant.
If it were true, it would make you the last male heir of House Targaryen. You'd have a claim to the Iron Throne.
God. Oh, no, no, no. This is going to be the end, isn't it? I didn't realise there were so many whites. Oh no, I've got to wait a week. Well, that was episode 2 of season 8, Game of Thrones, A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. it's so different. The way the whole thing is kind of written, not just written, but the whole situation of the season. If you understand what I mean, it's like whereas before you had all these different storylines in completely different parts of not just Westeros, but even parts beyond Westeros. And now it's just literally concentrating on this one bit. But do you know what? It's not a bad thing. I'm absolutely loving it. But it's just totally different. Totally different. It's almost a different series in a way, the way that it's kind of laid out. But I'm just loving it so much. The interaction between all these characters that you've fallen in love with over the years, and it's over the seasons in my case, because it's not been years, but to have them all in the same rooms and have these different conversations with people, it's blowing my mind. It's absolutely blowing my mind, and I have this permanent grin on my face when I'm watching it. I'm not sure about the next episode. I don't think I'll be grinning too much in that. I'm dreading the next episode. Wow. So yeah, I mean, so we started with Jaime, which I hoped, and fair play to him. You know what I mean? He stood in front of Daenerys, in front of Sansa and Jon, and just basically said, "Look, I'm here to fight for you. I know I've done wrong." Daenerys, I think, would probably have executed him there and then. Sansa was kind of on the fence, but I think when Brienne stood up and defended Jaime and said that she would basically fight alongside him, Sansa knew what that meant, and she backed down and said, I think we should save Jaime." Jon also said we need as many people as we can, but his brain wasn't in think mode. I think all he's thinking about now is who he is and what that means with Daenerys. I don't think he was thinking about Jaime at all. Daenerys wasn't too happy about the result, basically, but Jaime's safe, which was brilliant. And also, Daenerys is so pissed off at Tyrion at the minute. You know, again, he's been outwitted again. He was just too trusting of Cersei. You know, way too trusting. You would think he knew her so well that he wouldn't trust her. But I think that meeting that he had with Cersei, I think fooled him completely. But Jaime confirmed the fact that no, she's not going to fight for the North. Damn, this is so good. Daenerys, I think, very kind of bravely went to see Sansa herself to try and clear the air between them, because there was a terrible atmosphere in the last episode, and they were getting along so fine. They were smiling. She basically said, "Look, you know, I've come here and fought for Jon. You know, so if anyone's kind of manipulating anyone, it's the other way round." She said, only one other man ever did that to me. And Sansa said, "Who was that?" And she went, "Someone a lot taller," which I thought was brilliant. Then right at the end, it just kind of ruined it a little bit when Sansa said, "You know, when all this is over, you know, who gets the North? Because you know we've sworn that we'll never bow to another queen, king." And that instantly caused an atmosphere. But luckily, someone kind of walked in and it all kind of broke it up. But yeah, that ended up very tense again. But look, when this war's over, if they survive, then I think it'll be fine. But I'm just dreading it at the minute, absolutely dreading it. Theon returned, which was again awesome, and obviously he knows both knows both Daenerys and Sansa very well. Obviously, he knows Sansa a lot better, and such a beautiful scene when Sansa just ran up to him and she was in tears. That almost got me going as well, because there's so much history going on there. Yeah, it's good to see him back, and they had like a big meeting with all the kind of sort of your main characters, you know, your big guns, and Bran said that the Night King is coming for him. That's what that's about. He's coming for him, and he knows exactly where he is. And it was suggested that he should hide in the catacombs, but he said, "No, I need to be out in the open. The only way you're going to kill the Night King is if I'm out in the open." So he's basically putting himself up as bait. And the Ironborn have said that they'll protect Bran. I think I'd rather have had someone else protecting him, to be honest. But I think Arya will probably protect him as well, because she's probably the best fighter out of all of them. And so if she can do that, that would be great. She also bumped into the Hound again. Bit of an odd moment. Didn't last very long. Beric turned up, and then she basically said, "Look, if this is my last night, I'm going to spend it with you two old farts." Then she sort of walked off. She then went to see Gendry, and got a bit naughty. You know, she basically said, "Look, if we're going to die tonight, then I want to know what it's like to kind of, you know, make love to someone." And they just got it on. very uncomfortable for me because I don't know how old Arya is supposed to be, but seeing her strip off, it's like, no, it's just weird. It's too weird. But yeah, they got it on, which was cool, you know. And another great scene where one of these scenes where all these big characters are in the same room together that have never been in the same room together before. I'm such a sucker for that kind of thing. I absolutely love it. And you had Tyrion, Brienne, Davos, Tormund, Jaime, Pod. Oh my god, I think that was it. Yeah, I think that was it. And just the back and forth, it's just brilliant. There was so much going on there. And then such a beautiful scene is where someone said to Brienne, you're not a knight then. She went, no, it just doesn't work like that. You know, women can't be knights. And you know what? Jaime just got up and said, well, actually, a knight can make anyone a knight. And he knighted her. And again, I was welling up. It was so beautiful. It was all she's ever wanted. And there were tears in her eyes. It was amazing. And yeah, they carried on getting pissed up, I think, basically. But again, a classic scene. And we've seen Jorah and Lyanna Mormont. He was basically trying to not let her fight, but you can't tell her what to do. She's brilliant. And it was good to see them two together, obviously, because I've forgotten again about that. And then another beautiful moment is when Sam goes up to Jorah and he gives him the Valyrian sword that was his family's sword. And again, just brilliant. I'm so worried about Sam. He wants to go and fight. He doesn't want to be down in the sort of catacombs with Gilly and little Sam. He wants to fight, and it's such an emotional scene, and it really did choke me up so many times, probably more than any other episode. You know, there have been moments in other episodes that have really got to me, but there were so many in this one episode. And another little moment when Davos was serving the food, this poor little girl with these kind of scars on her face. And you know instantly it reminded Davos of Shireen, and oh god, it was too much. It's way too much. And my heart was just pounding the whole way through this. It was beautiful. And one of the scenes that I was kind of dreading, but it had to happen. Daenerys basically kind of confronted Jon in the crypt. Again. She went up to him, and obviously he was stood in front of his mother, and she asked who that was, and he said this is Lyanna Stark, and Daenerys said that was Rhaegar's, obviously. She said everyone says he was such a lovely man, but he raped her, and Jon went, no, he didn't rape her at all. In fact, they loved each other, and they got married, and they even had a child, but the child had to be hidden from Robert Baratheon. And he said, and that child was me, and you can see the cogs working around. Wow, man, wow. And obviously, the cogs started working around in Dany's head. And first of all, she didn't. Well, I don't know if she still does believe it, but she said, "I don't believe it. Who told you this?" And he said, "Well, Bran and Sam." And she said, "What? And you believe your brother and best friend?" Yeah, yeah, you do. And Bran. She obviously hasn't spoken to Bran because he's not the type of person that's going to lie, not now anyway. So and then literally it got to that point, and then suddenly the horns started blowing, my heart started going, and it's all going to kick off in the next episode because the dead have arrived. I couldn't believe how many whites there are. I thought there were only like 4. There's hundreds of them. I didn't realise that. Yeah, didn't realise that at all. And so yeah, the next episode, that's it. It's all gonna probably go horribly wrong. Yeah, dreading it. Do you know, in the back of my mind, I had this great idea, and I just wished that he'd kind of done it because that would have been a brilliant twist. And that was that the army of the dead went past Winterfell and attacked King's Landing instead. That would have been brilliant. Can you imagine that? Cersei's sitting there all smug, and then suddenly the dead just come. Oh, that would have been class. But obviously they haven't done it that way. So now I'm kind of dreading it. Absolutely dreading it. And I think Jon gave like a nod to Dany, and I think that meant to go and get the dragons. I can't cope with this. I really can't. This next episode, I'm just dreading. Oh my god. But anyway, that was that kind of episode. So much went on, so much brilliant stuff. I love this episode again. These first 2 episodes have been amazing. I'm still dreading the end of this season because I don't know what happens, but people didn't like it, and I'm kind of dreading that because at the minute I'm loving this. These 2 have been brilliant. But anyway, I guess we'll have to wait and see. I can't wait to see the next episode. Again, if you haven't subscribed before, please subscribe, like, comment, and hit the bell. But yeah, I shall see you in the next episode 3, season 8. Until then, take care of yourselves and stay safe. See you soon.